All right, so we're live and recording, everybody. So thank you, everybody who's joining today for the launch of our new marketing program for Century 21 Northeast. This is really exciting for us. You know, I think, as I said in my email the other day, one of the biggest struggles that I think every real estate agent has is quality marketing. You know, and we've been looking for a system. Some of you may have used Business Builder in the past. It was nice. It was, you know, all over the place, a lot of work. I know this business, we're not the most technologically savvy. We can be honest. I know it. It's okay. So what we're trying to do is make things easy for you. So what we're going to take a look at today is our new marketing system. And this is going to be your one-stop shop for everything having to do with marketing. So after today's call, you guys are all going to see, I'm going to give you some of the login instructions when we hang up, but as soon as this webinar is over, we're going to send out a follow-up email within probably 30 minutes with a copy of today's recording. Also, we're going to include your how to access the site, your username, your password, so you guys are ready to go. So without further ado, let's dive in and take a look at this new marketing system. So to access the marketing system, what you're going to do is you're going to visit, as you can see on my screen here, marketing.c21ne.com. Nice, simple, clean, easy to get to. So this is live now, and this again will all be sent out in today's follow-up email. To log in, it will be your company email. I am going to send a list of the emails because some of the emails that you guys had in the system hadn't been updated. So I'll actually send a list. You guys will get a spreadsheet. Just look for your name on there and just see which email is in the system for yourself. So to log in, we're going to enter our email. And I'll also send you guys an email afterwards with the passwords that we've set up. You'll type in your password, and we're going to hit log in. So now when you log in, you are in your marketing dashboard. One of the things I'll recommend real briefly before we dive into some of this stuff is they recommend using Google Chrome. And I did experience that. Chrome does work the best with this. The training on this here, so if you want to take a look down the bottom here, just real briefly, video tutorials. They have a bunch of tutorials on different things on this page. So all of the tutorials that you can see down the bottom are all videos that you can watch any time of day. So pretty cool to just go through and spend some time. But the first thing you're going to want to do, and you do this once when you log in the first time, and then you should never have to touch it again unless you update something, is you'll want to come up to where you see your name in the top right-hand corner, and you're going to click on that, and you're going to select account information. So we tried to pull in as much information as possible. So you should see a lot of your information already in here. But if you want to go ahead and change your title, maybe you have some designations you want to include. If you want your name displayed a little bit different on your marketing pieces. Like I said, your emails are already in there. We put in all your office addresses, so all that information should be completed as well. We also imported your office phones and mobile phones as best we could. And then you'll have your website. So I recommend, you know, one of the biggest things I promote all the time, if you've been on my Zap trainings, you know, put that URL everywhere. Put your website on everything. So make sure you put your website in here. You can drop in your license number. You'll upload your photo, any headshot. And then also, if you have a team or you have some custom marketing for yourself, you can actually upload your own personal logo in here as well for your team. So you can actually create branding to stay in line with what you've created on your own as well. So once you're done, as always, we make sure we hit save. And now you'd be up to date. A couple other things real quick. When I'm on this setup page, you'll see profile, which is what we just went down, but you'll also have settings. Settings is where I can change my password. So I recommend doing this as well because, like I said, everybody's kind of getting the same password to launch, so it's no secret. So you'll want to make sure you come in here and change your password. And then if you ever delete something that you, oh crap, I didn't mean to delete that, they'll be kept in this archive for 30 days. So any designs that you delete will be saved in the back end for 30 days, and you can always access that by going to account information and selecting archive. A couple other setup pieces real quick. Partners. So under partners, you can actually add anybody you work with, maybe from a loan officer, maybe an insurance company, maybe the property management, whatever it is, you can actually add these partners so it automatically populates on your marketing pieces, you know, if you choose to do so. So it doesn't have to be on every piece. It'll actually be a drop down you're presented when using designs that are set up for multiple agents or partnerships. And like I said, that would be loan officers, maybe someone on a team, you know, but it can be someone outside of the real estate business itself as well. So to add a partner, you'd simply hit add new. You type in their, you know, it's kind of the same information we dropped in on the other page, all their basic info, type in their license, drop in their photo and hit save. And now they can be co-branded on marketing pieces as well if you choose to do that. So now let's get to the meat and potatoes of everything we're going to be doing constantly, and that is designs. So without further ado, we're going to take a look here, and what you would do to create a design is you simply hit this button here, create new design. You will now see you are pulled into a library of any type of marketing piece that you can imagine, but we broke it down really simple. So we're just going to kind of go through some of these different areas and take you through them, give you a little bit of a tour. But as you can see here, I think we thought about everything that marketing has to offer. So we're going to dive right in, and we're just going to go across the top here. So we're going to look at each one of these. So let's start with social media posts. So I think this is probably one of the biggest struggles that agents have, is creating more and more constant social media posts. You know, the big thing with social media is consistency. So when we look at some of these systems, you know, that we've used in the past, I think one of the big struggles that we have with social media is the consistency is much more often than just a regular monthly mailer or a quarterly mailer. I mean, this is something you're almost doing on a daily, weekly basis. So it's really difficult to create content. So you can come in here, you know, banners for the top of your page. And like I said, these are all customizable. So anything I click on is going to brand right to me instantly. You'll see here, just sold, closed in 14 days, you know, just listed. You know, I see a lot of these online. I'm sure you guys have scrolled through social media. We know everybody's been on social media at one point or another. And I think one of the things we always recognize on social media, when you see these just listed and just sold, most of the time, they look like garbage. You know, you see someone who's got this picture of the house they just sold that they took with their iPhone, and then they kind of just go on their phone and try to write closed in 14 days or sold for $389. And it's written in like a, you know, a paint program, and it looks horrible. No good marketing. These will all be custom designed and branded right for you. And within the next 2 to 3 weeks, this system is actually going to link with MLSs as well. So all of our MLSs are actually going to import in the system. So if I would have selected just listed ad here, it would actually have me enter the MLS number, the street address, and it would actually download all the data right in and auto-populate. So that'll be launched in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Thank you, congratulations, different events, you know, some just social media posts, you know, different types of just general content. You know, you'll come down to home buyer tips, realtor tips, you know, but then you'll get into holidays, you know, happy Halloween, Chinese New Year. You'll get into all of this content as well, Easter. And between the company that we've set up this website with, along with Brittany and Rachel, who run our marketing division here at Century 21 Northeast, we're actually going to be uploading new content every single week into this platform. So we made a commitment to make sure that every single week we're giving you new ads and new content to post. So we'll be focusing on things like, you know, everything's a national day now. You know, you have Happy National Nacho Day, Happy National, you know, Grandparent Day. So all of those things will be imported in here as well. So you'll have ads you can promote on that. We'll have things for the Super Bowl. We'll have, you know, NFL kickoffs, things like that. So we're going to be working on a lot of content to bring you custom content every single week. You know, this here is launching a day before Christmas. So, you know, if this were gave us a little bit more time, we would have been uploading, you know, probably 10 or 12 different options for Christmas branding and Happy Hanukkah and, you know, Kwanzaa and all the different events. We're going to make sure we're giving you content for all that stuff on a weekly basis, and we'll make sure that we're, you know, getting it in 3 to 4 weeks prior to the event happening. So we're really looking forward to that. So, you know, to set up something in here, we'll just kind of pick a general ad. We'll click this here. You can, by clicking it, you would preview the full design, and then I hit create design. You'll now see it'll build your design. And now I can drop in photos, I can edit it, I can click on the words, and everything's customizable. So now if I wanted to, I could simply hit this download button. And now this is how I would promote it. So if I wanted to just print this for some reason, I could download as a PDF, print it right at the office. We're going to look more at that with the listing sheets and whatnot when we get to that in a few minutes. Commercial print, if this was an ad that I wanted to take and have it printed by a local printer, or maybe I was having a billboard done or a digital billboard, commercial print is actually going to give the printer the ability to print it in high resolution so it doesn't look all garbled. PDF proof, this is going to be something you print out. It would have proof written right across the whole system. So now if you wanted to take it to a client, look a little bit more impressive. Here's a proof of my marketing, approve it, and now we go live with it. And now for social media, you'll have the image as a PNG or a JPEG. Both can be uploaded to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. These images can be uploaded right away. All I would do is I'd click image. I'm going to ignore that because it doesn't matter. I'll post it on social media. And now it downloads the design right for me. And here's my design. We will be holding social media trainings, everyone, after the first of the year that will tie this whole system in. So we got more coming on that as well. But we just want to give you a little taste of it. You can email this template and email it. You can share it. And then you have a design guide, which kind of walks you through everything. So these design guides and these little helpers are on every single page throughout the site. So we're just going to close without saving. I've got a million designs already saved. So now let's say right here, real briefly, we're back on our home page before Create Design. So now this is where I see all my different templates. So one little trick I'm going to show you guys right off the bat here is create folder. So I can create a folder and call this social media for Rob. And I hit create. So now I can take that and drop it into the social media. Oops. Sorry guys, it's new to me too. Oops. Go back to our home page, come on. There we go. So when I hover over a piece that I've already created, I'd see this actions button right here with 3 little dots. See how it highlights it up? So if I click on actions, I can rename this piece. I could duplicate it if I wanted to kind of create a different spin on it. Right here, move to folder. So this is how I would drop it in the folder for social media. I could edit it, download it, send it in an email, delete it. So I'm just going to add it to that folder. And now you see I have one design in my social media. So let's go back and we're going to create a new design. Keep going through our designs here. All right, I'm going to take a look. We got a couple questions here. I'm going to take a look at it. Is there going to be a section that shows the recent weekly editions, or will we need to search for in their respective categories? That's a great question, John. So the question is if we're going to have something that tells you what our recent editions are, or if it's something you're going to have to search in the respective categories for. Our goal is to send a once a week email, John, which is kind of quick marketing updates, maybe posted on the social media page. But we'll let you know kind of what we create each week. But when you log in the system as well, if you click on any of the topics, the newest stuff will always show up right at the top of those sections and will be highlighted new. So it'll jump right out at you. So great question. The other question, any video capability? Not yet, Jenna, good question. We have talked about video capability, but creating videos versus marketing is a little bit different. So, but there is talks about having some general kind of help videos in here that would be pretty general and maybe just add a little branding at the end. So it's something we've talked to them about, but I think we're a little ways away from that. And then the other question is copy to another user, an easy way to share with other team members. Yes, you can actually share designs with other team members under the company. So if you did a marketing piece and you were working with someone in one of the offices, you could actually share that piece so you both had access to it. Guys, keep the questions coming. These are great questions. So just use your chat feature and we'll answer every question you guys said. So moving along, let's dive into business cards. So this was one of my favorite parts, very simple. But if anybody's ever tried to use Vistaprint, by the time you get to the end of the checkout, you think you're ordering business cards and all of a sudden you have 6 mugs ordered, some mailing labels, you know, a mouse pad with my face on it. All of a sudden, all the stuff I never even wanted is all in my cart. They've made this system simple, and that's what I love about it. So let's just pick any template. You'll see here we got a lot of different templates for business cards already designed. Really cool, nice looking pieces. So we're just gonna, we'll collect this one here. You can preview it. And if I hit the little arrows here, I can see the back of it as well. So I like this. I'm gonna hit create design. So now I let the system do its job and just build my piece. So my image was a little big. So I'm just gonna drag that up there. There we go. So now I would just proof this. I've got all my info in here that it dropped in. All looks good to me. Well, I don't have a fax, so I can just highlight that and pull it out. So you can see the editing is very simple, guys. It's all customizable. I can take this and drag it. Or maybe I want this closer to the top here. And maybe I want to drop down here and write realtor. So now once I'm done, okay, this all looks good. There's my backside, okay. So now what I can do, again, I can download this like we looked at the other one. I can download it as a PDF. I can download it as a commercial PDF. So maybe I want to just upload this to Vistaprint and order from them. No problem. Just download it as a commercial print. Or maybe if I just want to print it at the office, I can go to Staples and buy little $5 cards. If you want to do a card for an open house, for a special open house, and maybe have the URL or something, you can create these for anything you want. You know, as we keep scrolling down, you have the images. I could share it to social media. But now in this screen, I also have an option for print shop. So I'm going to click on the print shop now. And this is where I could actually order my business cards right online through the marketing platform. You see here, I'll see my proof right up in here. I'll see my total. Now, what I love about this is if anybody's ever gone online and tried to order something with paper stocks, I have no idea what they're talking about. They just put the name and I have no idea what it even means. These guys here made it simple where they actually give you an idea of what you're ordering. You got the coding here. You see your pricing. Pricing is really strong pricing. I think they did a really good job with their pricing. Once I'm done there, I hit proceed. Now I simply enter all my shipping address. See my shipping rates, pretty good cost on the shipping rates. I hit proceed. I review all my info. All looks good. I hit proceed. I would type in my credit card number and I'm done. So as you guys can see, it's a really simple, easy process. It's not trying to break, you know, trying to make you a technology expert. It's really simple, but it's something that I think will make your life easier and allow you to order more marketing pieces to brand yourself. Okay, no questions. I'm watching the chat. So we'll go back and just kind of dive into some of the other tools in here. You'll have email signatures. So you see email signatures online, you guys see ours, but you know, you see a lot of different businesses outside of real estate anywhere, you know, with just your name, your address. It looks boring, plain. You want something flashy. I want to brand myself. So you can see here, we've got a bunch of different email signatures already designed, ready to go for you. So I like this one here, so I can hit email signature. Oh, that's a nice template. That works. So all I do is I hit create design. And now again, it's just going to build my piece for me. So now I can play around with this, move it around, whatever I wanted to do. And now what I would do is I'd simply download it as a JPEG, and I can put that right into my mailing system. So we'll just show you guys real quick. I download it as a JPEG here. What folder I put it in. So I'm just going to go to mail.c21northshore.com. I'm going to sign into my email real quick. So now when you go in your email, you simply hit settings, composing emails, and signatures. And don't worry, I'm going quick. We're doing full trainings on all this stuff, guys. I'm just kind of just giving you a little quick highlight. So I hit add new signature and create a new signature. You hit enable formatting here. And now I would just insert an image. And there's my signature, all ready to go. And that's it. So now you've created a signature for the system, and now it's professional looking. Now I got to change it to my priority, but I got a bunch in there. But now you'd have a signature that was professional looking in your email. We got some questions, so we're going to stop and answer some questions before we move along. All right, nice. Yes, Nelly, this is live to do now. We're going to send out as soon as I'm done with this, within the next 30 minutes after I hang up, you're going to receive an email with everything right in there. And John, are the email signatures HTML clickable? You can actually make them HTML clickable. It's something you can actually just go right into your email program, whatever you're using, and you would just click it and make it a hyperlink. Good question, though. And then we got a couple love it's, which I love hearing. So thank you, Deb, and everybody else out there. So keep the questions coming, guys. We're going to keep rolling along here. For sale signs, you can order custom for sale signs right through this system. Cool layouts, all right here. And we're going to click on open house signs because these are very similar. So I'll take you through a process real quick, but you'll see open house signs as well. Got a ton of different templates for these as well. So we click on this. Okay, this is a cool template. I like this one. I hit create design. And now you have everything built out right on here. So once I liked it, okay, that looks good, no changes. I simply hit print shop. And it opens up my print shop, and there's my designs. So you can do PVC or aluminum. I can choose whether I want to include the A-frame signs. And I can order them right through here. Same option for the signs, the for sale signs as well. And we have a couple more questions, so let's handle these before we move along. So will for sale signs ship to the sign installers? Good question, Deb. You can actually ship them wherever you want. So if you want to have them sent right to the sign installers, you can absolutely do that. I would just check with them on where they want them shipped for whoever your sign installer is for your region. So you can absolutely send it right over to them. And then the other question, do we need to put company phone numbers on signs, or we can put our own cell numbers? You actually have the option, as long as it's branded, you actually have the option to put your own cell number if you want to have your own signs printed, Jen. So we do allow you to use your own cell number if you have your own signs printed. The only thing that we need to make sure, and that's what's great about this system, is that the branding stays consistent. And that's our biggest concern. So you can see here, the branding, so anything with the Century 21 logo in here, those are the only portions of these marketing pieces that cannot be deleted, edited, or moved around. So anywhere you see our logo, those are the only pieces that will remain stagnant when you're marketing, when you're creating a marketing piece. What I mean by that is if I click on this here and I want to customize this design, I can customize everything in here. I can customize everything in here, but the logo itself. You can't click it. So more great questions. So we don't have to order the post inside. So another question, so we don't have to order the post. Nope, you don't have to order the post for these. You just order the panels, Deb. All that stuff is easily transferable to what we have. So good stuff. Keep the questions coming, guys. This is awesome. I love the interaction, so keep it coming. So moving along, I'm going to go in. Oh. So now, property flyers. So this is a really cool one. This is something that I think everybody's going to be diving right into. So you are going to have a bunch of options for property flyers right on here. So you'll see here, there's a lot of different options already. This will be something that we're creating customized marketing as well for. So our marketing team will be uploading more flyers. If there's anything you would like to see on this system, please email me, guys. I'm going to send it over to our marketing team. So we're looking for ideas as well as we move forward with this on ideas for content as well. So if there's anything you ever want to see, can't hurt to ask. Let us know because we're always looking for ideas for content. We can create it and then give it to everybody. So I'd love to hear your ideas. But we come in here. So this is where you're going to start to see a lot of the partners coming in. So you'll have all your different pieces here. So let's just say I want to use this marketing piece right here. So right now I'll see the marketing piece. Okay, that looks good. I want to use that. But what you're going to see right here is that you have two people on there. And if I hover over the marketing piece, dual agent open house. So you can see when it's a dual agent, meaning I can add one of my partners in there. So if I click on this one here, I hit create design, I hit next. So now, because I have Brian in there, it says, would I like to use Brian as my partner? So I'm going to say, sure, let's put New Fed Mortgage in there. So I hit create design. Like I said before, guys, the missing piece here that you're going to see added within the next 2 to 3 weeks is an MLS import. So you actually would have another screen pop up at this point that would ask for your MLS number for the property or the address, and it would actually pull in all the data right from MLS right into this system here. So all of your stuff would be auto-populated directly from MLS right into your marketing system. You can make your edits. And then again, I could just hit PDF and I can print that right at the office. We don't charge for printing. It's one of the great things about working here is you don't pay for color prints. So if you want to come in and print your listing sheets and your open house sheets, they're right here. But now you have beautiful content. But what you can also do is I could download it as a JPEG or a PNG, and I could actually upload those images to my social media as well. But again, maybe this is a $2 million house and I want to do some nice marketing for it. Well, what I can do is I can hit print shop and I can actually order this stuff right online and have it shipped to me. So 100 printed on high gloss stock, 65 bucks. So we got a couple more questions. Let's check these out. All right. For postcards, can they mail directly to the client or does it get sent to us in bulk mail? John, I'm going to get to the postcards in a second, so I'll answer that question in just a few minutes. Deb, 2-page brochures. We're actually going to show you brochures in a second. Some of these pieces in here, if I hover over it, you see property flyer. So it'll tell you if any of them are multi-pages. So these look like all single-page pieces. Oh, right here, double-sided property flyer. So you can see if I hover over, it tells me if it's double-sided or just single-sided. But I'm going to show you the brochures in just a second, Deb. Cindy, I need a sign with printing on both sides, PVC. All right, so printing on both sides, you would order that right through the sign portion, Cindy. And you can email me and I can send that over to you. All right, so moving along and keep the questions coming, guys. This is great. So next up is promotional flyers. So these are just different flyers, you know, more the generic content, need to relocate, you know, home debt holding you back, giving season, you know, why you should work with us, just different general ads. So this could be used again as a mailing, as an email campaign. You could also use this stuff on social media. You know, spring cleaning, you know, a checklist like this might be a good post in the springtime. You know, so if I hit create design, It's going to create my design. So there it is, all branded to me. And now I could download it as a PDF, a commercial print, PDF proof, or an image or JPEG to post to social media. But if I wanted to use this as just some general branding, maybe I wanted to use it as my newsletter for the month. You can print them on here as well. So you can order this stuff and have it printed if you choose to. But like I said, you can always print this stuff free of charge right at the office. Event flyers. So if you're doing any grand openings, if you're doing a mastermind event, maybe you're doing a client appreciation event, you'll have templates in here for a nice invitation style. Postcards. So John, now we're getting to the question you asked. So the $1 million question, marketing postcards. So we have a bunch of just listed, just sold cards in the system. Again, all of this information would import directly right from MLS once that system is linked up. Again, about 2 to 3 weeks we're looking at. But that'll be linked right into here. We are also going to be uploading some of our own content for just general postcard marketing, maybe something to farm an area. So this is some of the content we'll be releasing over the next 30 days as well, as more general stuff to start to hammer home for the springtime or for whenever. So let's just say I want to do a just listed card. So I can click this here. Now this could be just sold as well, because all I'd have to do is just say just sold. So I like this, I hit next. Do I want to add a partner on this one? I'm going to say no partner. I'm going to do this one on my own. No Brian on this one.
Hey Rob, I have a quick question.
Sure.
So with these marketing materials that you have, I see you have like postcards and mail. Like, do you have like, does it do like full magazines too, or is that something that software's not doing?
So we could do a magazine through here. There's possibility to do that, but I think this is more for general marketing stuff. But it's absolutely something we could create through here very simply.
Because I personally think that magazines are really good with marketing in particular, because they have a longer shelf time.
Yep.
So it's more recognition, more top of mind. So, but it looks really nice. I mean, like it's like amazing, like everything it's capable of.
Awesome. Well, you know what? I'm going to come back to that other magazine in a couple of minutes. I'm going to come back when I get to another section,
problem.
And I'll touch on it a little bit more then.
Okay.
So now back to the just listed and just sold. I would do my proof. I can make my changes. Like I said, I could just change this to just sold. So if it's, I like the template, but it said just listed, just change the word to sold. No big deal. Again, I could do, download it. And we're not going to say it every time, but I'm going to go to the print shop here real quick. So to answer John's question, John Donnelly, you had a great question earlier. And do I have to have this stuff shipped to me? So no, you do not. So let's hit print shop. So you have options on how you want to get this order sent out. So here's your postcard. So I could have it mailed to you directly, and you would just get a stack of the postcards and you can mail them out. Or you'd have the option to upload a mailing list, and you can upload a file. So you could actually upload a list of all your mailing people. Within the next 4 to 6 weeks, they're going to have the functionality for a radius mailing as well. What a radius mailing is, for those who don't know, is let's say I want to do a just sold card to the 200 closest homes to the house I just sold. I put in my target address, which would be the house I just sold. I would type in the number 200, and that would then send it automatically to the 200 closest homes to that home that I just sold. So that functionality will be added in there in the next 4 to 6 weeks. So hopefully that answers your question from earlier, John. We got another question here. Maybe some buyer and seller guides or getting home prepared to sell guides. We got something for that, Sophia, already. So stop stealing my thunder. No, I'm just kidding. But we do. That's actually a great idea. We have some stuff in here, and we're going to be expanding on that as well. Can we print on our printers? Yes. All of this content, every single thing on here can actually be printed on any printer you have. So this is legit free of charge. You never have to order a thing off of here. You can always print everything right at the offices or at your home, free of charge. Good question. So scrolling down, where we left off, door hangers. If you're into the door hanger days, they're making their way back around. Got a bunch here for you already. Cool little, just listed door hangers, so you can actually print these. And you can actually, if you go to Staples, guys, there's actually paper stock that you can buy that are just pre-pressed door hangers. So you don't have to go and order them here if you don't want to. You can actually just have them printed right at the office and just buy the paper. So you got all the door hangers here. Property brochures. So I think, Deb, that was you asking for the multiple page brochures. So right now we have 4 property brochures uploaded in here. So what the property brochure is a nice 4-page layout. So you're starting to see these more and more, but I think the biggest reason that a lot of agents hold off on doing this because of cost. To make a 4-page booklet like this is time, effort, money, printing, it's expensive. Well, now you have the ability to just simply come in, type in an MLS number, have it auto-populate, and now you print it right at the office, and all you have to do is fold the 11 by 17 in half, and now you have a beautiful property brochure on every single listing. We got another question. High ends, yes, huge on high ends for these property brochures. But I think, one of the things I've started to see is, what differentiates realtors. So I think one of the things that I've started to see some agents using is even on lower end homes now, they're going in with these property brochures as a way to get the listing. So now you don't have to. If you have that $220,000 condo, you could still do a property brochure, but we're going to print it on regular stock. We're not going to print it on that high-end stock. But if you want to list with me 6%, I'll give you the high-end stock, no problem. So that'll be some of the strategies we start to talk about as we start to, do more training on this system, guys. But, all great stuff. And like I said, keep asking questions, guys. Keep them coming. If there's anything you see here, please stop me. Listing presentation. So this is something that's not complete yet. You'll see a copy in here. And, this is something we're actually working in on the back end. So this will be similar to those guides that we talked about that you guys mentioned here. I had a few of you already ask about that. So these will actually be something that we work on as we speak. We're actually working on them, putting together a really nice package, a magazine almost, for listings and so for listing presentations and then for just general marketing. But we're going to have more of the brand stuff in here, more of what we do. But in here is actually selling guides, pricing. So a lot of that pricing and things like that and how to get ready, it's a seller's guide in here along with the brand marketing. And then we're going to start to implement all of our company stuff as well. So this right now is a 40-page presentation. By the time we're done with it, it's probably going to be about 60 to 65 pages that you can then pick and choose what you want to use. But I think one of the great things about this system, many of you have probably used Toolkit CMA with us in the past, and it's a really great system, good branding, but really creating the custom marketing for your company is very difficult in there. This here is simple. It's actually a designer program. Our graphic artists in-house are already working on customizing these listing presentations to our company by including things that, like this marketing system, like the Bruins relationship, all the stuff that we do internally, the amount of offices and our standings and all that is all going to be portrayed right in these brochures, automatically ready to go for you and all branded to you. Great comments. Looks awesome. Very professional designs. Thanks, Joe. So now we'll go back to our dashboard. So that's something we're going to be working on. Like I said, we wanted to get this out to you guys right away. So we really, just so you guys know, we actually crammed our rollout time. They usually anticipate about 8 to 12 weeks. If you know us, we really don't like doing anything slow. We like to go, crazy. So we actually asked them and begged for them to get us this before Christmas because we wanted to give it as our Christmas gift to the company. So they got it built, they got it done. So now there's just a little bit of tweaking and customization on the back end, but at least it gives our agents an opportunity to get in there and start to play around with the technology and get comfortable with it, and it's ready to go. But the great thing is we're going to be adding even more and more content and features over the next, every week, but, especially over the next 6 weeks, you're going to see this loaded up. Great comment here. Thank you. The marketing for C21NE has been needed. Totally hear you, Cindy. I absolutely agree. And I am so excited to launch this program. I think this is going to change the way marketing is done in real estate. Continuing along, email newsletter campaigns. You're going to have newsletter campaigns that are already set up and designed in here. We're going to keep going. Invitations. You can do invitations right through here. You want to do them for an open house, maybe deliver them to the neighborhood. Maybe you want to do it for, a client appreciation party, just listed, just sold, broker open house, whatever you want. You can order those right through here. So I can go on. I don't have to, like I said, you don't have to order. I hit create design. Took the cover photo out, but you'd be able to edit it. I'll make a call on that. Haven't come into this design, but you would see your image right here. Sorry about that. We'll get that fixed today. I'll reach right out to them afterwards. You'd be able to print them right at the office like we've been saying, but I'm just going to ignore this and show you the print shop cost here real quick. So you can see here, 100 invitations, $45. Not bad pricing. Do $250 for $97.50. So if you have any kids getting married, maybe to pay for the wedding, you can cross-brand it, do, a nice invitation with your logo and your brand on it. And, now you're getting 2 for 1. Your kid's getting married and you get a little branding to all your friends and family who are going to come to the wedding. Just throwing it out there, guys. Just teasing. I'm sure your sons or daughters would not be happy if that happened. Jenna agrees with me. Great idea. We got a question here. Back to the email newsletter. Can you customize the content inside? Yes, you can actually customize all the content right inside of this email newsletter, John. Andres. Phil, what's the URL to access and user and password? The URL is marketing.c21ne.com. You see it highlighted on my screen here. And then your username will be your email, your company email, and your password I'm going to email out. So Phil, you're actually going to get an email in about 30 minutes after we hang up with everything you need to get in. So you guys will see that all come through today. And I'll also post it to our social media pages as well. Keep the questions coming, guys. I'm watching them. So let's go back to our categories. We go through invitations. So we're on the letterhead. This is an awesome tool in here. Even my own letterhead is kind of like, it's all right. This here gives you custom letterhead already branded to you. So I can come in here, download it, and create design. And now I have beautiful custom letterhead already to go. And I got to make a couple calls because there's a couple glitches in here, but we'll have all this fixed out. So you'll be able to print letterhead right from this system. We got another question. Let's check out the question. Can you use your own fonts or are they only C21 approved fonts? No, they have their own fonts in here. Whatever's in the library here, Jenna. So there is a font library here. I actually haven't looked that far in. I don't know how big the library is. But anything that's in here, you can absolutely use. But if there's anything you're looking for, if there's a font that you're looking for and you don't see in here, simply shoot me an email and I'm sure we can make that work. I'm sure we can get it in there. Very simple. These guys are really great designers and anything we can do to make this system better for you, we're all here. So feel free if there's something you don't see in here, and this goes for everybody, please email me. We want to make this the best tool and most useful tool for our agents. So any feedback or anything you're looking for, we're all ears. Resumes, not that we're telling you you'll get another job somewhere else, but just to bring in on your listing presentations, see some really nice resumes to leave behind. Really cool pieces. I think it's really nice, and if you've created it once, it's a nice piece to bring out every time. Thank you cards. Anybody who's sat and talked to me about branding and marketing, you've probably been bored to death of me talking about Brian Buffini, all about the thank you notes, all about the note cards. You can order them right through here now, branded to you. I love this one here. It's simple, elegant, nice. Recruiting, if you're doing any recruiting, there's recruiting stuff in here. All your sign riders can be ordered through here as well. This doesn't mean you can't use other vendors, guys. So if you find something on Lowen that you like better, feel free, no big deal. You know, but we do have the sign riders and everything in here as well. Espanol, we are going to have, so right now it's empty, but we are going to be converting all of the pieces that are more general, you know, not so much the listing sheets and things like that, but more of the, you know, social media and, you know, areas like that. We're actually going to be creating an Espanol, so Spanish, and we're also going to be creating a Portuguese section. Any volunteers that speak these language, we'd love to work with you to use some translations. But we are going to be working on building out Spanish and Portuguese marketing material in this system for you. If there's another language that I'm not mentioning, all we need is a translator. I will tell you from personal experience, Google Translate only got me a C- in high school, so it's not accurate. We don't want to C- it to the customers. It was okay in high school, but we're not going to C- it to our customers. So if there's anybody who wants stuff in other languages, all we need is translations, and we can load that section right up. We got a couple more questions here. Let's check them out. Phone wallpapers. Yes, I'm getting to that. We have phone wallpapers on here. Any Mandarin conversions. Jenna, if you have someone that speaks Mandarin, I'm all ears. They're more than welcome to come on in and provide us the translations, and I will absolutely create the section. And we got a couple thank yous, which is awesome. So yes, let's move right into the phone wallpapers. Nelly brought it up. Oh, good. You have someone that speaks Mandarin. If he wants to start translating, I am totally down with that. We'll take whatever he wants to translate, and we'll create a section on our site. So phone wallpapers, guys. So these are actual wallpapers that you can actually download right to your phone that are just branded. So you can just hit the download button, and you have some cool phone wallpapers. And that pretty much does it, guys. So that is just kind of a deep dive in, just kind of tutorial showing you what's in here. So let's talk about next steps. What's next? So like I've been saying, you guys are all going to receive emails probably within the next 30 minutes or so with a link to this overview. Also, you're going to receive a list of usernames and your the general password, the website to go to. Dive in. Like I said, we're going to be having plenty of training after the first of the year. We just wanted to give you guys something to play with and mess around with over the holidays to start to get a feel. But this is something we are going to be really building out every day. So any content that you're looking for, anything you feel would be valuable, any comments, any questions, anything you have, please reach out to us, guys. We're going to be setting up some specific trainings on really diving into this stuff. In addition, we're going to be tying in some additional trainings like a social media training where we'll tie it in with this. And this will be start to weaning into everything we do. So we got a couple more questions. So guys, feel free to ask. Just a couple thank yous. Thank you, guys. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and Happy Kwanzaa to everybody out there. I hope you guys all have a great holiday. But like I said, we're going to get that email out to you guys shortly. If there's anything you see, anything you need, anything you see glitches in, guys, this is brand new, so please send me any issues right away so we can address it. And we're going to continue working on building this system out for you. So with that being said, I'll open it up to any last questions, and that'll be a wrap. Lots of thank yous and happy holidays. I love it. Same to everybody here. Thank you for joining me today. So it looks like, love hearing it. Thanks, Narav. All right. So with that being said, guys, that's a wrap. I'll stay live here for a couple more minutes in case you guys have any questions. But with that being said, happy holidays. enjoy, and we'll talk to you guys all real soon, and see you in 2020.
Rob, this is awesome.